Have you ever walked through a forest and noticed how lush and green everything looks, even without anyone watering, fertilizing, or turning compost piles? The secret is lying right under your feet. Those layers of fallen leaves are nature's soil building system. And it's the same strategy you can use in your garden today to create fertile, living soil faster than you ever thought possible. In fact, what I am about to share is one of the simplest and most effective ways to supercharge your soil without waiting months for compost to break down. If you've ever felt like your soil is too hard, too sandy, or just not producing the results you want, this leaf hack might be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because once you understand how this works, you'll never look at a pile of leaves the same way again. When trees drop their leaves each autumn, they aren't just shedding waste, they're feeding the soil. Those leaves are packed with nutrients like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and potassium, all of which your plants desperately need to thrive. Unlike fresh grass clippings or food scraps, leaves break down slowly, providing a steady release of organic matter that nourishes the soil over time. This natural process is the foundation of the rich, dark forest floor we admire in nature. And it's the exact same process we can mimic in our gardens. Leaves also play another critical role. They improve soil structure by encouraging the formation of humus, the dark, crumbly material that holds water like a sponge while still letting roots breathe. That means your garden soil won't just be richer in nutrients, but it will also stay moist longer during dry spells and drain better when there's too much rain. It's a win-win system that requires almost no effort from you once it's set in motion. Now here's where the hack comes in. Most gardeners think you need a compost bin to use leaves effectively, but that's simply not true. Instead, you can use a method called sheet mulching or leaf layering. All you need to do is spread leaves directly over your garden beds, either shredded or whole, and let the soil life do the rest. Worms, fungi, and beneficial microbes will move in quickly to break them down right where they sit. If you want to speed up the process, shred your leaves with a mower or leaf shredder before spreading them. Smaller pieces break down faster and are less likely to mat together, which helps oxygen and water flow through the soil. But even if you don't shred them, don't worry. Whole leaves will still enrich your soil. It just takes a little more time. Within a few weeks, you'll start to notice your soil becoming softer, darker, and teeming with life. One of the reasons this hack works so fast is because leaves are irresistible to soil organisms. Worms love pulling small pieces of leaf matter down into the soil, where they digest it and release nutrient-rich castings. Meanwhile, fungi spread their white threads through the leaf litter, breaking down tough fibers like lignin that other decomposers just can't touch. The result is a thriving underground ecosystem that does the hard work for you, creating a soil food web that keeps your plants healthier and more resilient. The beauty of this system is that you're not just feeding your plants directly, you're feeding the soil life that supports them. Healthy soil is like a living factory, constantly recycling nutrients and making them available to your crops. By adding leaves, you're giving that factory the raw materials it needs to run at full capacity. The best part of this hack is that you don't need to build or manage a compost pile. Forget about turning piles, balancing greens and browns, or waiting months for finished compost. By using leaves right on the soil surface, you're essentially letting the decomposition process happen in place. Think of it as composting directly in your garden beds, but, faster and easier. Not only does this save you time, but it also saves you space. Many gardeners don't have room for big compost bins, but everyone has room to layer leaves over a garden bed or tuck them under plants. This makes the method perfect for small backyard gardens, raised beds, or even container growing. Imagine walking out to your garden and seeing soil that looks like it belongs in a forest. Dark, rich and crumbly, alive with worms and roots that reach deep without resistance. That's the result of this simple leaf trick. Instead of spending money on fertilizers or fancy soil amendments, you're using what nature already provides in abundance. Every time you gather a bag of leaves, whether from your own yard or from a neighbor who's happy to give them away, you're collecting free fertility. Over time, this practice will transform your garden into a self-sustaining ecosystem where plants thrive with less input from you. So the next time you see a pile of leaves, don't think of them as waste to be bagged and thrown away. Think of them as the key to building super soil quickly and naturally. No compost pile required. Start spreading leaves over your garden today, and you'll be amazed at how fast your soil comes alive with nutrients, microbes, and worms working together in perfect harmony. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to subscribe to Gentle Herb Living for more time-tested gardening secrets that keep your soil healthy and your plants thriving. Share this with a friend who could use an easier way to build better soil, and let's keep this knowledge growing from garden to garden.